All right, cool. Hey, what's up? So I'm gonna answer a couple questions so you guys can get to know me a little bit better. Yeah, I'm Milena Dominique, singer, songwriter, clown, here in Miami. New song just came out, Es Tarde. You can find it on all the platforms. It is just a chef's kiss bachata. So go check it out. Comment down below if you do. Let me know what you think about the song. I really love your input. So, okay, let's do this. I'm a little nervous. I don't know why, but I am. Hey guys, before we get started, I just finished filming this video and it's gonna be a little bit of a doozy. So you know what? Get some snackies, get a blankie, get your pillow, get your dog, whatever you need to do to get nice and comfy and cozy and enjoy. Okay, where did you grow up? I grew up in Orlando, Florida. Where do you currently live? Miami, Florida. How tall are you? I am 5'4". Dogs or cats? Okay, here's my thing. I love them both. I would have to say I'm a cat person. I just take it a little bit higher with cats. Have you gone to college? Yes, I graduated from Florida State University in Tallahassee. I studied vocal performance, English, and political science. So nice little melange of flavors. What is your favorite flavor? Speaking of flavors, you know what? I'm a sucker for coconut. I love mango as well. Coconut mango, wow. I don't even know what to do with myself. But I love coconut. I love tropical things. I'm not crazy on pineapple. I love a good piña colada. I enjoy pineapple, but pineapple makes me nervous. I'm not gonna lie, like my knees buckle a little bit at the thought of piña. Why? Because it's tart. And I love tart. I love sour candies. I love all of that. However, the kind of tartness that comes from pineapple and from kiwi for that matter, let's just toss her in the mix. I just get a little nervous. Sometimes it's sweet, sometimes it's tart. I don't know. I cannot be the only one though. What is your spirit animal and why? I would have to say Moira from Schitt's Creek.
Would it kill someone to plant a few peonies?
I have a feeling if you want peonies, Moira, you're gonna have to plant them yourself.
Truly. Moving on. You're wearing perfume. What scent is it? Okay, so I like to mix my perfumes to make more of a custom scent. I don't like anybody to smell like me. Or I don't like to smell like anybody else, I should say. So I blend 2 secret perfumes. I'm not telling you where the combo is. It's mine forever. It's a secret. But honestly, it doesn't matter what I put on myself because anything that touches my skin smells like sugar. Give it 30 minutes and it smells like sugar. You could rub caca on my skin and it will smell like brownies. I'm not complaining, I'm just saying. So yeah, I try to mix it up with scents every so often, but it just always ends up smelling sweet on me. So it is what it is. It's the way God made me. Tea or coffee? I like them both. Coffee, I love to have in the morning. It's kind of like, it's my little treat that I look forward to when I wake up is to have like a nice sweet cup of coffee. But I do enjoy a cup of tea. It's great for the throat, for the voice. If I were to pick between the two, I'd pick coffee, but I enjoy both. What are your life goals? So this is a pretty loaded question for me. My purpose is to use the platform that I build via music to have the appropriate backing and financial support to be able to go to all the poorest countries in the world, starting with my Ecuador, and provide to them their basic necessities: food, water, shelter, education, vaccinations, transportations, whatever they may need, to provide that for them. And when countries hear that Milena and her team are coming, I want them to know, to believe that by the time that I leave, they will be in a better living situation than when I had arrived. My goal in life is, as cheesy as it sounds, but as honest as I can be and transparent with you, my goal in life is to truly make this world a better place. I know that that's tossed around a lot, and it's also meant a lot. However, by the time that I die, I don't care if my name is associated with the work that I do, with the help of whoever wants to be a part of this journey, of this cause of mine. But I want the work that we do, the things that we accomplish, to end up in history books. Little 7th and 8th graders are learning about. My name does not have to be in that text. No one has to hear my name ever again. But by the time that I die, if this world is just 1% better, then mission accomplished. I want to change the world. I want to have the help of whoever wants to be a part of this. So yeah, I feel extremely, extremely blessed to be in a situation that feels like having my cake and eating it too. Music is the thing that I love to do the most. It's my passion. And that is what's going to bring me to my purpose. So I know how fortunate I am to have this gift from God, for me to thoroughly enjoy it so purely. And that using my voice, I'm going to be able to make this world better for generations after me, for our generations after us. So, yeah. What sports do you play or have you played? None. I was on the swim team when I was in elementary school. I hated it. I liked swimming, like in general. I like swimming, but I didn't like being on the swim team. One, because I was a roly-poly and I did not want to be doing sports. And two, because I always smelled like chlorine and I hated that. Like my skin, I would shower for like an hour after swim practice and my skin would still smell so, I hated it. So I was extremely happy when I was able to quit. And the other thing that just was so torturous for me was the fact that when we would go back into the locker rooms barefoot and it's wet and there are like little like loose hairs. No. That's not the life that God called me to. Moving on. Favorite book? I would have to say Dante's Inferno. I read that when I was in high school and I just absolutely fell in love with it. It was gripping. It was challenging. The story was very interesting. I loved the detail. I like dark stuff. I like gore. I like disgusting things. And this book was just delicious with that. So I loved it. I highly encourage you to read it. It's great. And if you do, let me know. We can chat about it. I would love to have a discussion. Okay. What is your favorite movie? My favorite movie is The Imitation Game. You can find it on Netflix. It is basically about the first computer, like the true first computer. So during World War II, we were losing at this point. The Axis powers were using this device called the Enigma. The Enigma literally means something that is mysterious, something that's confusing, like secretive. They had 24 hours to figure out what the key is, like what each letter actually translates to, and crack the code of the day. At the end of the 24 hours, boom, it's done. Start over. It doesn't matter what kind of progress you made, scrap it. So Alan Turing invented this first computer that was able to crack the Enigma and basically win World War II for us. So thank you, Alan Turing. Oh my God, spoiler alert? No, it's history, it's fine. You'll be fine. Would you have watched it if I didn't tell you what it was about? So, okay. Are you single or taken? I am so super single and so super booked and busy. What is your idea of a dream date? I don't have specifics in mind. Like I don't have details. I don't really daydream about that kind of stuff. But I have, I guess like in general, my dream date, I don't mean first date. I mean my dream date. So obviously I'm feeling very enamorada with this person. my dream date would be like a day set aside. And I don't know, like I'd want to do something like adventurous. So I love like anything in the ocean, like scuba diving, snorkeling, jet skis, whatever. Like I don't want to do like jet skis. That would be really fun. And then I don't know, like I'd want to go to like a cute dinner, like a nice dinner. Like I'd want to like dress up a little bit. It doesn't have to be like $4 signs or anything, but I don't want to like, I don't know, like dress up for him. Okay. How would you describe your fashion sense? All over the place. I don't have a specific style. Maybe athleisure. Like I like to wear fitted clothes that are, you know, of the athletic type. I like leggings and sports bras, and like maybe like style it up with a cool pair of sneakers, maybe like a nice jacket, some bling, like something cool like that, or I don't know. But my fashion changes all the time. It just depends on my mood. Like sometimes I'm feeling like punk rock and I want to wear something like totally grungy. Other times I want to be like this cute little like piece of bubble gum. And other times I want to be cool, you know? How many siblings do you have? I have one older brother, Kevin. He is my closest friend ever. I absolutely adore him. I miss him incredibly. Kevin, if you're watching this, I say if you're watching this, if you're watching this, I miss you. I love you. I really miss you. Yeah, he's my older brother. He's 7 years older than me. He's an incredibly intelligent and bright-minded internal cardiologist. So, yeah. Internal cardiologist, internal medicine, cardiology within internal medicine. I don't know, one of those things. Kevin, figure it out. Thank you. Love you. Okay. PC or Mac? Ew, Mac, of course. What is your most memorable childhood memory? There was this one time, my brother was probably like 9th or 10th grade. I was much younger. No, he was probably like 8th grade or so. I was in like 2nd grade. And my parents were out running errands. So my brother was in charge of me. This was like in the middle of the day. And he's playing video games. He loved to play like computer games and stuff at the time. That was one of the ways that we bonded because the age gap was so awkward between us. So like when I was a toddler, he was a kid. When I was a kid, he was a teenager. When I was a teenager, he was like a young adult. So like, it wasn't until I got a little older when we were able to really start to like bond in that kind of way. Like when we were younger, it was really through like playing and stuff because we were in very different age groups. At least it felt like it as the kids. So there was this one time he was supposed to be watching me. He was playing on his computer and I really wanted to play with him. And so I knew that he would get annoyed with me if I like went in to bug him. So I scurried over, grabbed, like I ripped out a piece of paper, like a blank piece of notebook paper. I crumpled it up in a ball and I ran back to the threshold of the door. And I threw it like a snowball. It was a snowball. We've had like snowball fights before. So I threw it like a snowball. And he didn't do anything. So it was like, okay, let me try again. So I run up to his feet where the ball had like pounced off of his head. I grab it. He still doesn't do anything. Scurry over, grab it. He still doesn't do anything. I'm like, what the heck? Like, does he not feel it? And so I scurry over, and like a bolt of lightning, he whips around. He has a swivel chair. He swings that chair around. He gets up. I run for my life. And we're running around the house, literally like Tom and Jerry, like literally running around the house. And I'm like, ah! Like I am so freaking scared. And so I finally like make a break for my room because I was too scared to make that cut. Because once I make that cut, I have to commit to it because the only way is into my room. And if I don't close the door before he gets through, I'm SOL. So we're running around the house and I make a break. I own it. I'm like, I'm doing it. I go to slam the door and I get his face. It was literally like The Shining, except me closing the door and he's like this. He's like, oh, like he's trying to come in. His foot is also in the door and I'm like, no. And so he knows that I'm not going to let him in. Like I'm mortified. I'm so scared. Not that he's actually going to do anything. My brother was never hard with me, but so So eventually he like calms down. I close the door and I lock it. And he's like, Mile, let me in. I'm like, no, you're gonna hurt me. He's not gonna hurt me. I'm like, no. And he's like, let me in. I'm like, no. And so he's like, we'll play doctor. And I was like, oh my God, okay. So I open the door and he's like, ah, and he attacks me. And he throws me on the bed like I'm a freaking football. And I was like, no, have mercy. And my parents arrived and I'm like, cue the tears. And so I start crying like, and my brother's like, no. And so he actually like pretends that we're playing like doctor. And so I start laughing because he's tickling me. My mom walks in. Everybody was fine. No one got in trouble, but yeah. Another game we like to play. So we had these cushions, like the big couch cushions. So in our upstairs area, we had a couch up there. And so or two couches. We took all the cushions and we would stack them on top of each other. So it was about five or six cushions. No, 5 cushions. And we had like back in the 90s, early 2000s, you know those blow up chairs, like that see-through plastic, whatever. We had one of those. And so we would blow it up and we put it at the top of the stack of the mountain. And so we would climb up there. One person would balance until as the other climbed, and then they would let go. And the person who was at the top sitting in the chair, like you had to sit on the chair like normal, would try to balance up there as long as they could. And then whoever balanced up there the longest without crashing down won. So we used to play that a lot. It was really fun. We never got hurt. Like never got hurt. We shared, we had one set of boxing gloves. And so we would each get one and we would box each other. Yeah, childhood memories. So many. Describe your eye color. Your favorite flavor of chocolate. Describe your first crush. Let me tell you who I loved. Oh my gosh. It was love at first sight. Ricky Martin. He was my first crush. I loved Ricky Martin. And then my brother broke the news to me and I was like, never mind. And then I moved on to Jesse McCartney. Okay. What is your favorite ice cream flavor? Cookies and cream. What was your dream job as a kid? To be a singer. Have you moved from home? Where to? And how was the experience? So I moved from home for the first time when I went to college. So I went to FSU up in Tallahassee, lived there for 4 years. And then I moved back to Orlando, commuted to Miami for a year. I would come to Miami for about a week or 2 at a time. This was when I was first starting to work on Latin music. I had only visited Miami once before and I was in like 6th grade or something. So I didn't know anything about Miami. I just knew I wanted to do Latin music and this is the Mecca. So this is where I need to be. But I didn't know anybody here. I didn't visit here. So I commuted, and every time that I came, I would always spend a few days and I would just explore the city. So by the end of the year, I knew exactly where I wanted to go, exactly where I wanted to live. And I'm literally where I want to be in Miami. I'm physically exactly where I dreamt of being in Miami. So I feel very, very grateful. And the experience has been great. Who is your celebrity crush? I don't have one. What are your pet peeves? I would say poor manners are a pet peeve of mine. You don't have to have like the best manners, like truly, like you don't have to have like boarding school manners. My mom was really strict with my brother and I when it came to our manners. So like, for example, I can very comfortably say that I have excellent manners. Like I would love to take a test about manners because I just want to challenge myself. Like I would enjoy that. I would enjoy being critiqued on my manners, truly. And I'm so grateful for that. I love that. I'm like, thank you, Mom. So for other people, like, I mean, having a regular standard, like nothing, I don't mean anything too extreme, but having poor manners is just, And a lot of it is pretty obvious in my opinion. That could just be me, and that's fine. Yeah. Do you have any weird quirks? Actually, yeah. I can, well, I mean, this one isn't a quirk, but I'm trying to practice it. So I want to be able to like be really fast and do this, like kind of like how Terry Crews does it. I know that's so weird, but okay, so that, like, I want to be like, I want to be able to do that so fast. I can pop both of my hips out, and I can suck in my back fat. Like if I like suck in really tight, I can suck in my back fat too. What is your favorite color? Pink. My personality type, I don't know, like type A, alpha, I don't know. Have you been to any concerts or festivals? I have been to many concerts. I have never been to a festival, like any kind of festival ever. What are your favorite values in friends? Loyalty is definitely the first one. I mean, like ride or die, ride or die. I feel that way towards my friends, and I need that in return. I need to have that in return. I have to have funny friends. My friends have to be funny. And kindness is a big deal for me. One thing is to be nice, and another is to be kind. So if I see that you show kindness to others, to your neighbors, that's gonna go a really long way with me. What is one thing you wish people knew about you? I really love making people laugh. If I can make you laugh, mission accomplished. Like, my work is done. I love it. I wanna make people smile. I wanna make people, just feel joy. So yeah, that's something that I want you to know about me. Do you have any phobias? Not anymore. I used to. I had two phobias. I had a phobia of fish, and I had a phobia of butterflies. And so I know those are two very odd phobias. And the way that I got them is, but I actually overcame those phobias on my own, on a whim. My family and I, we were traveling to the Galapagos Islands. Well, it was an Ecuador trip. And so half the trip was in the Galapagos Islands. The other half was in the cloud forest in Mashpee. So when we were in Mashpee, we were gonna go to this butterfly garden, this little enclosed butterfly garden. And I was not excited about that because I am detrimentally terrified of butterflies. Like a butterfly comes near me, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. So I wasn't about to miss this experience. So I was like, I'm just gonna have to overcome it. I'm just gonna have to suck it up, buttercup. And I did. This is absolutely ridiculous, Milena. This is stupid. Stop. It's a phobia because stupid. That's what it's called, phobia. It's a stupid fear. So I'm like, okay. So I went into the garden. I was absolutely mortified while I was in there. And I touched one. I screamed, but I touched it. And then I touched it again, and I didn't scream. So I got over it. Now, they're still not my favorite, but if a butterfly comes flying over, I'm like, what's up, buddy? No big deal. My second phobia, fish. So I love the ocean. I love aquatic creatures. My second favorite animal in the entire world is a shark. My favorite sea creature, my favorite aquatic creature is a white-tipped shark. So first favorite animal, cat. Second favorite animal, shark. Okay, so it's bizarre. I took marine biology in college and stuff. It's bizarre that I'm so afraid of fish. I was afraid of swimming with fish. Not if you show me a picture of a fish, I'm not gonna freak out. But the swimming with the fish, it didn't blink. It just was not for me. But I loved learning about fish, and I wanted to swim with fish. It's just so beautiful. I love the ocean. So we went to the Galapagos Islands. We were gonna be going snorkeling and scuba diving. I was gonna go scuba diving for the first time. Well, snorkeling for the first time too. And so we landed in the Galapagos Islands, dropped off our luggage, immediately went to the beach, put on our gear, and we were, boom, snorkeling. And so I was able to go into the ocean and everything, but you know, where the fish were, that's where I was nervous. And so I was like, you know what, this is stupid. So I literally dove into a school of fish. And ever since then, I've been swimming with fish. I swam with seals, swam with sharks. I swam with some hammerheads, and some white tips, followed a fish. Yeah, now I love it. So yeah, if I'm afraid of something, I just get over it. Sorry. But yeah, so now I don't have any more fears. And I don't mean that in an ignorant way. I mean, like, I don't have any more irrational fears. I'm still human. Who is your role model? Jesus. Truly, honestly. In terms of a person, I have like, I guess I have like music role models, you could say. Like, there isn't one person who just, I admire all of their actions and all of that. Like, there are many people whose actions I admire. However, there isn't one person. So in terms of music though, my two greatest would be Christina Aguilera and Tom Petty. I know that sounds clashy. It is. What is your bedtime? I don't have a bedtime, bitch. What does the last text message you received say? Let us find out. Okay, cool. Have you ever written a blog post? What was it about? I have written a blog post before. It was for school. Like, it was when I was in college. I have no idea what it was about. It was in English. It was for an English class. I don't know what it's about, but I did write a blog. I'm sure I deleted it immediately after it was graded because I definitely was too shy to have like a blog or anything like that. That was not me. Do you save birthday cards and other greeting cards? Yes, I save all of my cards, unless they're just like signed name. If there's any sort of message written in there, I save it. They mean so much to me. What is your favorite movie quote? In the fabulous words of Freddie Mercury, to which I relate closely with, I have bitch vocals. What TV show are you currently watching? Real Housewives of Beverly Hills season 7. I'm on episode 3. Do you remember your I don't even like reality TV. That's the thing. My friend got me on this and I am hooked. I'm hooked on it. Like, I'm not a reality TV gal. Like, not really my thing. But oh my gosh, I'm so hooked. I love Dorit. I love Dorit. I love her fashion. I've already seen season 10. By the way, I started with season 10 and then I decided to watch all of them. I love Dorit. Okay. Do you remember your first email address? Was it embarrassing? It was embarrassing. When I got it, it wasn't embarrassing. My dad made it for me, so he made my first email address. And then I didn't change it for the longest time, like until I was in like high school. So it was very embarrassing. I don't know why I didn't change my email address. I just didn't. It is what it is. And yeah. And I remember being in class this one time and we had to present something. So we had to email our presentations to our teacher and then she was going to pull it up on the screen. Or on the site of everyone who had submitted their thing, it said their name, not their email address, but mine just said my email address. And everyone was like, who's that? Who's that? I didn't say anything. It ain't me. I don't know who that is. When was the last time you told someone you loved them? Last night. Tell us one thing you've done to help someone else. Okay, honestly, you know what? Honestly, like, I do volunteer work. I love to offer a helping hand when I can. And if someone happens to see, great. But I don't really like talking about my good deeds. I don't know if that's weird, but I kind of just like that to be between the person and I, between God and I, and just, that's not about that. Like, I don't know. I don't really feel a need to talk about it. You know, like if someone sees you do a great deed, that's cool. But the second that they start talking about it, I don't know, it kind of just, for me, it takes away from the intimacy of the moment. And so when I'm helping someone in need, it's an intimate moment between the person, God, and myself. You know, I don't think anybody likes to feel like they need somebody else, and to have the opportunity to help them, I want to keep their privacy, you know, maintained. That's just how I see it. But yeah. So that was a lot. I hope you guys enjoyed getting to know me a little bit better. It was cool to talk to you guys a little bit more about my personal life. I hope you enjoyed this. Yeah. I have new music coming out later this month. Something huge is happening next week. So stay tuned. I'll be talking about it on my social media. I'll post links and everything down below so you can find me. But just released a song last week, releasing another song in about 2 weeks. So stay tuned. Yeah. Bye guys. That was cringe.